All right. Welcome you to another week of the worldwide famous, politically correcting podcast here on the We the People Podcast Network. We appreciate you coming on and spending your time with us. I know there are many of you out there who this is your favorite day of the week, and I don't blame you because it's also mine. So make sure you share this with your friends. Make sure you let your friends, your family, everybody know. Say, hey, you need to check out this podcast because it is amazing. And these guys are awesome. And by these guys, I mean my co-host, Lavelle.
Gio.
Dan from the streets.
What up?
Austin on the ones and twos.
Hello.
All right, let's get this party started where we always share a drink with friends while having open dialogue and being able to still walk away being friends. Absolutely. I appreciate all of you.
Bright as fuck, man. Let me back up and
can't dull your shine, Lavelle.
No, sir.
Welcome.
We got a different layout today
I'm shining
in the room
against producer recommendations,
regulations.
Yes. If we're giving ourselves a vibe today, maybe we might be a little less profanity laced.
Psych.
We're not.
Wrong. Here's my monologue. I had an epiphany last night. I feel as if I've been doing this all wrong. I've been giving you my truths when I should have been giving you God's truths. If you don't like that, that's your choice. I know, Austin, how you feel about that. But I hope you at least hear something that may speak to you like it did to me. So this passage comes from the various verses in 1 Timothy 6. I'm sure you probably have no idea when the last time you read 1 Timothy was, but feel free to go through and read it. 1 Timothy 6. High school.
When I read the Bible.
But this is what spoke to me last night. These are the things you are to teach and insist on. If anyone teaches otherwise and does not agree to the sound instruction of our Lord Jesus Christ and to godly teaching, they are conceited and understand nothing. They have an unhealthy interest in controversies and quarrels about words that result in envy, strife, malicious talk, evil suspicions, and constant friction between people of corrupt mind who have been robbed of the truth and who think that godliness is a means to financial gain. Command those who are rich in this present world not to be arrogant, nor to put their hope in wealth, which is so uncertain, but to put their hope in God, who richly provides us with everything for our enjoyment. Command them to do good, to be rich in good deeds, and to be generous and willing to share. In this way, they will lay up treasure for themselves as a firm foundation for the coming age, so that they may take hold of the life that is truly life. That passage hit me so damn hard in my life the other night. You have no idea. Like I had to erase everything I had already written, and I said, you know what? I'm going this route because it just seems like there's so much. Again, I feel like there's so much happening and so much absurdity being spewed on social media and real life that people just, I don't know what to say to people anymore. Do you feel the same way as I do?
Well, I mean, it takes like a very mindful individual to, see what's going on and kind of understand that this might be the closest we've been like consciously to like a spiritual war in a sense, right? Like people have a hard time with accepting the fact that we all have some sort of spiritual sense within us, right? Like we have it within us, and it all comes down with treating people the way you would like to be treated.
I think that's too hard for a lot of people.
But why? Like, do you want? I don't want nobody to treat me like a piece of shit, right? Like, even if we're
there's a whole sect of guys married to a specific type of woman that actually do want that.
Well, not even just
that treat you like a.
Yeah,
it's both men and women though. Like, let's like, okay, as men, if a if a dude is treating you like a piece of shit, you're gonna stand up for yourself, faster, quicker. Women, you're kind of like, whoa, what the fuck is wrong with this girl right here? Like, how can I, find some common ground with your craziness?
Well, isn't it disgustingly hard right now to find common ground with people? Because I've tried the first 2 years of me being in office. I tried finding middle ground with everybody I can. Like, hey, let's have a conversation. Let's talk about this because obviously you disagree with me. I disagree with you. Let's talk this over and let's see where we can come to the middle on this. And it's gotten to the point where it's like, I can't find a middle ground with you because you are so far gone to the left that I can't.
Yeah.
And I say to the left because there's not many far right here locally in the city of Rochester, right?
Mhm.
There is an event that's coming out. They're coming to Rochester. It's called the Reawakening America Tour. Have you heard of this?
I'm sure it'll get canceled.
Well, they're trying to cancel it.
Of course.
But who's trying to cancel it though?
Your girl Sabrina Lamar,
Yeah, I don't have no girl. by
right?
that
And you
name.
had no idea who she was.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Well, she's the head of
Good for you,
the
Lavelle.
county legislature. So she is the black woman who sided with the Republicans so that she can get the power over legislature. Which, hey, I don't blame her one bit. I asked her to come on the show. She agreed, but then she never
Oh, was it my
responded
fault?
after that.
Definitely your
no,
fault.
Oh, okay, good.
doubt it. I doubt she watched it. Only these weirdos out here watch it. But
I
we
love 'em
appreciate you
too.
weirdos. We
I
need to
love
come up
'em.
with a term for our watchers. But
Peons.
for our supporters. The
Never.
P.O. Nut Gallery.
What does that say about the people that we elect, though, if they don't have that ability to kind of find common ground or see both sides of an issue?
Well, I would say it's indicative of the country in general. There is no middle ground. It's evaporating. Or rather, middle politically. Everything's polarized.
But I don't think that's most people though. I just think it's so much out in the open that there's a far left, far right that the middle doesn't even have a speaking podium.
Well, so there's nuance to a lot of the issues, right? But a lot of the issues that there is nuance to, they used to be taboo, and we didn't talk about that. But now everything, you talk about politics everywhere.
Yeah, literally.
Dinner table, politics, religion, and money, right? And that's everywhere. That's mainstream now, and everybody knows your stance on those things.
But it's
you know what?
I don't have a problem with talking politics. I have a problem with where they're getting their information though. Like if you're just regurgitating some shit that you see on CNN, right? Like
any news station.
It does not matter. You're right, exactly. But I get in these tit for tats on social media, and if I'm posting some shit on my page, right, and then you don't like what I say and you say this is dangerous, like that buzzword is straight from like Don Lemon's playbook, like
Donnie Lemon.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what is dangerous
everything
about
is
it?
dangerous now, and everything is it's a cultural threat to the social fabric. Everything is up here, right?
Mhm.
And there's like, you know what? It doesn't impact me that much, so maybe it's not that. But then again, I don't want to see it as it doesn't impact me, so it doesn't matter. So it's like that battle of
no, but I think that's what it is, though. People are only really interested in what directly impacts them, and then they have a mind about other stuff. But like, if it doesn't impact me, I can't be bothered with it.
Well, a lot of times I have to start a conversation with, first of all, before I go into this, I am not you. You are not me. We were not raised the same. So therefore we have different opinions. This is my opinion.
Mhm.
And so many times that
used to be a given.
I shouldn't have to say that, right? We should be treating each other as an individual, but now we've gotten to the point where we treat each other as a group.
But we're getting there though, because you're getting, into the realm of where you're a man, but you're also Hispanic.
Are you?
But you're also
don't assume my gender, please.
Political. You're in political office. So there's your different.
I wear different
designations.
Yeah.
Well, but the furthest route, a la Jordan Peterson, right, is if you keep going down that road, you get to the individual. So we're getting there.
Yeah.
Right.
Eventually, I'm not just a white man. I'm also straight.
Are you?
Allegedly.
Aw.
He wears a ring for
Didn't work.
show
trying to get-
purposes.
Okay,
It's
here,
all
here we
good.
go.
Allegedly.
There we go.
Not
We're
as funny
sometimes
anymore.
we're always late.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I had to pot it down for the music.
So this group that's coming to Rochester, it's being headed by General Flynn,
Oh, okay.
also Roger Stone, supposedly. I doubt they're going to come to Rochester. They probably like use the names to create this
Right.
flair about it. And of course, the same people who were behind the rioters, looters, business burners, shut down streets, burn public property, the same people who are behind that are saying we need to cancel this event.
They're so annoying.
That the city shouldn't allow this type of event.
Why?
I don't know why, because the only reason why is it doesn't agree to what I see, so therefore it must be shut down. And I'm so tired of that.
Well, they all think that they're morally, like they have the moral high ground. And so anything that isn't on that same ground is obviously immoral and wrong.
Yeah.
You know, it's tribalism. It's, you know,
Tribalism at its finest.
Yeah.
Great point, Austin. And
Thank you.
the moral high
And we're done.
ground though has absolutely nothing to do with the Constitution.
Well, not only that, your morals may not be the same as my morals.
No, exactly.
You have no idea. Like it
Absolutely.
just
Maybe-
we were
Well,
raised differently.
The overall, like I was reading the letter
Press
that she
release?
wrote. Yeah, the press release, whatever the fuck she wrote, the bullshit she wrote, and it was just
So you think it was bullshit?
it was bullshit because it was her own fucking opinion. So who gives you the right to put anybody on blast and say they should be silenced because you feel as though they are misogynistic, homophobe, all these other bullshit issues?
Anti-Semitist,
Anti-Semitic.
QAnon.
Come on. First of all, how Sabrina, right?
Mhm.
Sabrina, do you know what anti-Semitism means?
No.
I highly doubt she understands or knows what anti-Semitism is, right? So what gives her the authority, right? Because that's kind of dictator-like, you know, this must be stopped. Who the fuck are you? Your name is Sabrina. Nobody gives a fuck. Period. I would literally like I hope that one of these days I get like the opportunity to talk to these people. Like on a
I would
one-on-one
love to
basis.
have them on the show.
Because when I was surrounded by the Black Lives Matter goons, you know, when they were protesting out in front of City Hall,
Mhm.
90%, well, I can say 90, but 50% of them were homosexuals, and 50% of them were just, you know, clueless white people sitting on the steps, right? And it was really confusing to me because all of their issues and what they were fighting for, they're all separate, but they're trying to
Yeah.
blend it all into one thing.
Well, that's how they grow their power. That's how the LGBTQIA plus
Mhm.
joined in with the BLM. I don't conceive how, but they turned that into this is the social justice issue of the new century. So therefore, we must stand together on this. And they became a huge powerhouse in the media, which was very smart. I mean,
it's a
I
great-
don't.
yeah, it's a-
I look. I gave it to them. That was
Great agenda.
fantastic.
Yeah, until they decided to incorporate the Nation of Islam into that.
Which does not stand for
No,
No.
that doesn't work.
no.
And what they try to do is really they're really attacking, you know, the Christian faith and just religion
Oh,
itself.
100%.
You
Well,
know.
and that's why they did it, right? Because Islam is a minority religion in the United
Mhm.
States.
Yeah, Farrakhan ain't with that
Not compatible with the LGBT community.
No.
shit. Farrakhan ain't with that shit. Farrakhan ain't even with the Black Lives Matter shit.
Yeah.
He's not. That should put people that are black, on notice, because first of all, within just the black community, there's a huge number of Christians who follow that faith. And just the overall connection between sodomy, homosexuality, those things, they don't align with the Bible. It's considered a sin. So what they did, which like you said was smart, they connected the thing that we have no control over, right? How we're born, our color, right?
Mhm.
We're black, right? But then they tried to find a way to say, well, homosexuality is not a choice. So they're finding a way to blend those two together to where you can't tell a difference, and you pretty much you're using the religion and taking away the sins from the text and just trying to dismantle it all together. It's a spiritual war, and no matter how you whatever faith you choose to follow,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? That I think is very dangerous, and it's a Trojan horse to pretty much dismantle a country. People need to be cognizant of that. Like, they need to be aware of
Yeah,
that.
this
Well,
is exactly what the Bible talks about.
I'd love to see the argument against the fact that if everybody in the city and in the country, for that matter, was at church on a Sunday morning, that the world would be a worse place.
Oh, that's
So just make the case,
absolutely.
because I can make the case very easily that it would be much better.
I had this
Not
conversation.
absent of what you're learning there.
Hell yeah.
Just the fact that you're there,
Mhm.
surrounded by people that are also in your community.
Who's going to church angry? Nobody's ever going to church upset.
Yeah, you're just leaving sleepy.
Yeah.
Listen.
or waiting for church to end so you can go downstairs and eat.
Yeah,
Right,
this
you
is
know what I mean?
taking way too long.
Don't
up there.
talk to me about football season, but whatever. I
Right.
mean, it's
Oh, listen, my grandfather, and rest his soul, he was there for kickoff every day. Every day after church, he come sharp as a tack, but come kickoff.
But
he
I'm
was
telling
there.
you, but even that, right? That small thing, that's a routine, and that routine
yeah,
Well,
is a good thing.
it's not
good thing.
just the routine; it is
But at
giving
least,
up of something
right? So sacrifice
for the
sure,
greater.
Yes.
Right, exactly, and that's what we're missing today. Is
100%.
no one wants to sacrifice anything for anything else. No one wants to sacrifice anything for anyone else.
Well, how can you? Because sacrifice indicates that you're focused on the future,
Well, that's the entire story of Cain and Abel.
right?
Cain's sacrifice just wasn't up to par.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he tried to shortcut it.
Right.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and he didn't want to put the work in. But if you're living in a downtrodden situation now, and you're what am I sacrificing for? The world's going to shit. What do I care? I'm trying to get mine now.
Right. But that's only if you believe that this world is all that matters.
Sure. Yeah, but I see, listen, I'm a believer, and I have a hard time grasping the fact that, like, if you're struggling now, like, I can't zoom my framework out far enough to care about the eternal afterlife when I'm struggling to put food on the
Mhm.
table. And I think that's the reality for a lot of people.
Right. But that's living in fear, though, as well.
It's okay. It's easy to say.
It's easier to say, absolutely, 100%. But these are Bible verses. I'm sorry, these are stories in the Bible where these are people who are afraid for their next meal,
sure.
who still gave up everything because they said, I need to tithe. I need to
Right.
give to the Lord, which he's going to bless me, hopefully. I
Again,
have faith that he will.
I get that. But talking to the real people of Rochester or of any
Mm.
city
Mm-hmm.
who can't pay bills. I had a buddy of mine who is also a believer, and he's a pastor, and he told me this week, he goes, listen, I don't care about things that don't care about me. I don't care about bills. I don't care about traffic tickets. I don't care about other people's opinions, because they don't care about me. Why do I care about them? Why don't I give them any thought? And I'm like, that's ridiculous.
Well, it's like when I freaking go crazy over Seahawks game.
Yeah,
And it's like,
what does it care about you?
What are you going crazy about these people for? They don't pay your bills. I'm like, you're absolutely right.
Well, that's funny. Like, when you just within the conversation, just going back to like sacrificing, you wonder why these people are so up in arms, because a good number of them don't even know what the fuck a sacrifice means or is. Like, they've never had to sacrifice anything, that's
because
of value.
Well, because if I'm not guaranteed tomorrow, why would I sacrifice?
Well, if you're going to that extreme, but just
No,
off
I
of
don't
just-
think that's extreme at all. I think that's reality for a lot of people.
Yeah, but within life or death, but just everyday living, right? Everyday living,
Yeah.
there's certain instances where you have to sacrifice something, right? Your time or just your emotions or your,
Right.
your whatever it is that you don't want to give to someone else.
Well, you're always spending, whether it be time, like you said, or it's an actual monetary value, or it's a resource. You're always
Right.
going to spend money, but I know plenty of believers that live in the city, right? That are so in their situations, so downtrodden that, listen, I'm just trying to make it day to day. I can't sacrifice because I don't have anything to give. I don't have the resources to give.
Right.
Yeah,
I
totally agree
completely
with that.
understand
I
that.
understand. Yep.
But
How,
I hate to say,
so in
but then you
that
see
situation,
Job,
how do you can't right, but
but you
can't
can. You
zoom
got to
it
be able
out.
to see past this right here. What we're seeing, a flash in the pan, a flash in time. This life is nothing.
Yeah, but your moment is everything to you. And I'm not saying that I disagree with you, but
But
what
it's
I
my
am saying,
moment is everything to God, not to me.
no. I'm saying that it's kind of, Austin and I were talking about it earlier, to the people of Buffalo and the people of Texas, right? That tragedy is unbearable.
Mhm.
But you can, if you're not involved in it, you can objectively look and say, like, there's something that irks me about Texas that didn't irk me about Buffalo. And particularly there's a child factor involved, right? But it doesn't mean that the people of Buffalo are suffering any less. Because if you were involved in this, it's a tragedy to you. It's tragic in every sense. And it's not comparable because you eh, you just sound like a dick if you compare it.
Right.
But
Or you also sound like a dick, like, hey, God has a plan for you. Or
yeah, I agree.
hey, just
And
put your
that's,
faith in God and he'll look out for you. And you're like, well, he hasn't been looking out for me
Right.
for the past 5 years.
But
I get that part.
I agree that sometimes it's a summation of proper choices, right? And if you align your values in your life in a way that aligns with God, you're gonna he will look after you. I believe that. I do, but man, that's hard when you're living in poverty.
Or in a van down by the river. I
Right.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
well, what I was like when you put it in that sense, yes, the person who is like their life is pulling them away from the reality of what's going on around them, right? So someone within that situation, they may not be as emotionally, attached or you know what I mean, excited about what happened in that sense. I'm talking more about the folks who have these overt opinions about what happened and is demanding, oh, X, Y, and Z should happen because of this. Those people, what have they sacrificed to where the opinion that you have, right? So no one wants to get that phone call saying, from someone telling you that someone that you love just died, right? So to put yourself in that situation, and again, I don't like being a part of that fraternity because it is a reality. The shock and the trauma that you get from that phone call. I have an opinion on both sides of the coin, right? One by a gun, one by a blunt object. Both took my brothers within the same, same sense of sacrifice, right? They sacrificed their life for my ability to learn and understand how to deal with that trauma. So these people that are coming out with all these opinions, the reason why I'm saying, what did they sacrifice to have that opinion? How do you know how these people are handling it? Because it didn't matter what type of weapon killed your loved one. It could have been a legal handgun. It could have been a crowbar, just like what happened with my brothers. So it doesn't matter about the actual object. It's the act itself, the sacrifice that those individuals gave that lost their life, that is going to bring that lesson on the other end for everybody that's watching. Sure. You know what I mean? So what have you sacrificed that allows you to speak in that level and that tone to say that X, Y, and Z needs to be done? And it goes back again to what we're talking about, the spiritual sense of everything. It's really hard to let go, right? How long it took for just me personally to come to grips with the fact that I have to go visit my brother forever, as long as I'm here, in a grave plot. You know what I mean? That's what these families have to go through. We could talk all about policy. We could talk about everything, but I'm willing to bet my right arm that these families don't give a damn about politics whatsoever.
No.
They don't care about anybody's opinion. They don't want you in their face. They don't give a fuck about you because their sacrifice is now everyone else's opinion to have. And it's bullshit. It's bullshit.
Well,
All the way.
think I think that's what they did with Daniel Prude.
Oh yeah, and the family, and I was watching it, and I always say, you know, in these situations, I fucking hate the media.
Yeah,
because I dealt with them twice with my situations, and the second time I try to contain the bullshit, and what they did really, I think they had an effect on the actual trial because they're fucking whores that want information and is digging for shit that they have no idea about. You know what I'm saying? So with Daniel Prude, I mean, I'm just sitting up there watching it, and you can tell that his brother was being fed, you know, talking points. You know what I mean? And missing the fact that, and again, I will forever use my personal experience and my brother as an example because he too had mental health issues. So the Daniel Prude situation was an unfortunate situation for the man himself, Daniel Prude, because he had no control over what was going on. It was not his fault. It was a mental condition. And to see the media, and then not just the media, these punk ass bitches from Black Lives Matter and everybody else that used that situation as a political ploy, again, it goes back to what the fuck did they sacrifice that gave them the right to use that man in that way?
Nothing. They saw an opportunity.
They saw an opportunity, exactly.
Because there was a homeless man the week earlier beat to death in Portland that wasn't of the right skin color.
Oh, of course. No, just like
they didn't care about that.
Just like the white man that got burnt alive here by the two young kids. They try to blame it on some white kids. Like, where was the outrage there?
And that's what it comes down to, right? Because everybody's a brother, everybody's a son, everybody's a daughter, and there are a few people in this world that nobody cares about. So everybody has somebody grieving for them, and it's all tragic. And to see it be politicized, it's like they don't try to hide it anymore.
Well, let me show you that they are hiding it, because pull up the mass shooting in school.
I love when Jose do that. Let me. Oh, now that you say that,
yeah.
Let me show you some shit.
U.S. has surpassed 200 mass shootings this year. They've counted 212 mass shootings have occurred so far this year.
So when it says it defines mass shooting as an incident in which 4 or more people were shot or killed, to anyone that's not watching,
excluding the shooter.
Excluding the show. Okay.
And the U.S. ended 2021 with 693 mass shootings. Year before that was 611.
So we're doing better this year.
No.
Yeah, because we're almost halfway through the year.
Yeah, but summertime.
Oh, it's about to go down.
It's true. Ice cream sales promote gun violence.
It's about to go down
in Rochester.
Yeah,
but as you can see, it. Have you heard of 212 mass shootings this year? Why were the other ones not shown?
Because there's no political gain from it, man.
Right.
It's probably in Chicago.
Well, it falls in line with what you're saying here. It doesn't fall in line with any.
Why did Joe Biden go to Buffalo but not Waukesha?
Because
you said it last time. I still have no idea what even Waukesha was. Oh, the vehicle
SUV. Yeah.
Oh, the vehicle that plowed through.
Oh, in Minnesota
with the rapper there. Rapper.
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking? Exactly. See, you don't even know.
The rapper?
He wasn't a rapper. Daryl Brooks, right?
Yeah.
The guy who drove through the parade.
Yeah, the black guy.
Well, you can't ban cars. You can only ban weapons. Yo, how many?
Remember, they jumped on it real quick, and then when they found out he was black,
oh yeah, it's a wrap.
Gone.
Can't use this.
Right. But, as quick as it came, it was gone. I mean, it was absurd. And speaking of absurdity,
and you know, there was political advantageousness to go to Buffalo for Biden, because why else would you go to Buffalo?
There has to be something there, because
you have to go to Buffalo.
You know, I don't want to spend any time talking about fucking Biden, because I can't. It boggles my mind. I had 2 people this week who actually defended Biden's presidency to me, and I looked at them straight in their face and said, What world do you live in where now is better than 2 years ago?
I wanna
What
meet those.
They're still
world?
trying.
Bring 'em on.
I'd rather have COVID.
Yeah.
I'd rather have COVID as a pandemic spread across this freaking globe than Biden as a president. And speaking of COVID, welcome to this week's COVID update.
Hey.
Bring up the breakthrough deaths. Did you see this?
Monkeypox for everyone.
They have breakthrough deaths. Remember, it was breakthrough cases. Now it's
Yeah.
breakthrough deaths comprise increasing support proportion of those who died from COVID-19. Over 40%. This is 2 months ago.
Wow.
Over 40% of those who have died from COVID-19 were fully vaccinated. So take that as you may. I don't know what else to say there besides, why did you force this on us if it's not doing what you told us it was going to do? And why are we still pushing it? Because now, not only are we going through COVID-19, bring up the next one, the monkeypox vaccines
Heck yeah.
are coming out. U.S. government places $119 million worth of freaking freeze-dried monkeypox vaccines. It was like the day of when they found out about this. They placed that order. You know how much it takes to go through the government process to create legislation to put funding towards purchasing that size of an order? Like, it takes a while.
Man.
You know, and I still can't find baby formula.
Oh, they're coming back.
All you have to do is go down to the border. Just go to the border.
Yeah, Mexico got
where
them on
all the
deck.
illegals are.
Do I gotta-
Where they're housing all the illegals.
Yeah, they got them on deck.
But I got to work
They're
on
on
my
deck.
tan and my accent.
You gotta find a
fake
way
it till you
home.
make it.
You gotta find a way home.
Make it till you make it.
Hey man, I'm looking for some baby formula.
The baby formula cartel. How they bring that in, man?
Right.
Yo, it's really getting tiresome when you try and tell people like, yo, follow the fucking money, yo.
It was one case.
Follow the money, bro.
One
this
case.
This is a money grab from the beginning of COVID to where you got pussies like Bill Gates up here really trying to break down vaccinations and what we want them to do and what they can't do. And in 10 years, they'll be able to find diseases and fight them and stop them. I mean, we know right now they don't have that ability to stop and kill viruses. But in 10 years, so this motherfucker already knows it. This is I'm not just making this shit up. He actually said this, the World Economic Forum,
Sure did.
the NWO freaking forum. That's what we should call it.
The World Economic Forum
Yeah.
is not happening right now. Actually.
Happening right now. He admitted that the COVID vaccinations had no chance of really working, but in 10 years they will. In 10 years,
Well, they had to do the experiments to show that people will fall in line.
But listen, I'm so fortunate. I drive people around because I get some really interesting people. I picked up a
Hooker.
Nice.
close. I did before, but not yesterday. He was a scientist at RIT.
Tuesday.
He was a scientist. Anyways, yeah.
Chinese scientist, and he was breaking down just how the viruses work, and he was like, yo, throughout time, COVID just won't have it won't even have an effect on anybody.
That's what we talked about with the doctor we had on.
That's what we've talked about many
times.
freaking times, and we are not scientists.
Yeah, and get this scary
Well,
shit, right? He was like, yeah, same with HIV. Motherfuckers, you just walk around HIV, you just got the weakest version of HIV. You don't even know it. It'll never affect you.
Well, that's virology 101.
101. So when the fuck did Bill Gates become this virologist that has the answers for everything and everybody is following him? It's fucking money. It's money.
Well,
Yeah.
let me give you a spoiler. All right. I didn't get the freaking COVID vaccine. Here's my spoiler. I'm not taking the fucking monkeypox vaccine either.
Neither.
Not happening.
Nope.
Not anymore.
Don't even think about it.
Taking my chances.
Yep.
And I'm just waiting for them to say blacks are more susceptible to get the monkeypox. Doesn't get any more racist than that.
That's the extreme racism.
That's extreme racism.
extreme racism.
Say, and if they eat bananas and other fruits.
Oh my God. We're talking about the money that we just spent on monkeypox vaccines, which they wasted money on me. Let's talk about the money that we just sent to Ukraine.
More
As opposed to, because there's another side to this story here. So, Senate passes $40 billion Ukraine aid package after week-long delay.
Hold on, let's get it right. billion.
Right. I'm gonna let you do that.
Billion.
$40 billion Ukraine aid package. The next article over, Senate blocks $48 billion aid package for restaurants and other small businesses here in this mother effing country.
Why would you want to help
Nothing
the
against the
foundation of the
Ukrainians.
country?
I love the much respect. Nothing against them.
Some things against the Ukrainian government, though.
The Ukrainian government is bullshit. We know that.
Yeah, we know.
And we know, most of us can see through the nonsense. This war, there might be some other things happening, because if Russia has been warring with this tiny little country and can't get them to go ahead and lay their arms down and say, you know what, we give up because you've been blowing our shit up every damn day. They haven't done that yet. And how long has this war been going on?
I thought it was over.
I didn't know it was still going on.
Yeah.
Why are we still sending warfare there?
I'm just waiting for everybody to take the flags off of their fucking lawns and shit. Like, there's more Ukraine flags
Oh
on
yeah,
people's
God,
lawns
you
than
can't drive
American
through
flags.
Webster.
I mean, I've seen so many
Penfield.
fucking Ukraine.
But look at a $48 billion
$48
aid
billion.
package. How many restaurants are there in this country?
Because it's too American. Why would you help out America?
Is that super MAGA?
Oh, of course. Why would you want to help out the small business guy? Because the small business guy are so fucking rich
It's
and
what
wealthy.
America last looks like.
Yeah,
That is
it's too
exactly
capitalist.
what it looks like.
It's too there's too much for capitalists.
Well,
You know,
I heard that capitalism is involved with patriarchy, and that's bad.
And it's racist.
Racist.
Yep. How could I forget?
But
And
just,
I also, my guilt is telling me that.
but just imagine how many mom and pop. Just
Internalized
imagine
guilt.
how many mom and pop small business minority, establishments.
And they hire a lot of minorities, and they
Yeah.
hire a lot of teenagers.
Yep.
Where do you think you get your first job from?
Yep.
Tends to be at restaurants.
Mm-hmm. And where do you get inspired to be an entrepreneur from?
YouTube,
TikTok.
Hustler magazine, the wrong kind.
Pornhub.
Ooh, yeah.
I was talking to a small business owner the other day, and he was saying he can't find anybody.
Well, listen,
to
if you
work in
call your
this-
junk
this,
business, everyone can be a small business owner.
What's a business write-off?
a bunch of pizza places in Rochester.
But yeah, they can't find anybody.
Oh, these kids though.
No,
It's-
everywhere has a help wanted sign.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the
But the worst is you're seeing a help wanted sign at the corner across the street, and you're at a stoplight, whatever, and then right next to you is a motherfucker asking for money.
Yeah.
That
Ironically,
blows my
gotta
mind.
do something about that.
do something.
That blows my mind. Then you see someone roll down their window, give them money. Like,
Yeah.
Give me money.
I'm getting angry every time I see it. I'm like, stop giving them money.
Yeah.
They'll go away.
I think it's like an operation.
It is. They drop them off in the morning. They pick
Oh,
them
yeah.
up.
Yeah, somebody like
It's that old lady with the friggin' scraggly hair.
I think
Drops them
yo.
off. I've seen her.
You seen her?
Oh yeah.
Should we
starts
do
by
an
Kodak.
expose one day?
Fuck
I don't
yeah.
know. Can I put my
I'll
tinfoil hat
expose
on
the
real
shit
quick?
out of that.
Oh, that's coming up.
Oh yes.
Speaking of tinfoil, this is my new category. We're going to talk about a weekly conspiracy theory.
Oh yes, we need them.
We
We
do.
need them.
Bring up the Aaron Salter story.
Ryan Stelter?
All right, so we know Aaron Salter is the security guard at Tops in Buffalo who shot the guy, and then he didn't shoot him in the head, shot him in the body. He had, things on to block the bullets, and so the shooter shot him back and killed him. Terrible, terrible thing. That's not the conspiracy theory. And I'm sorry I'm even bringing this up, but I'm not sorry because this is kind of wonky. If you look in that same article that I have here, where it says colleagues unsurprised that retired police officer Aaron Salter gave his life protecting others at Tots Market. And that's what he did. He's a freaking saint. Anyways, in this article, it says, scroll back down. No, I can't see it. All right, there we go. What his friends and colleagues remember most about Salter is his interest as an amateur scientist to create the world's first car engine that could run on water. The engine would break down water, separating the oxygen and hydrogen molecules so that they would be used to power the vehicle. He even had detailed drawings of his invention. He was very passionate about this, Malkowski said. He was trying to contact people who could help him with the production on this. I'm not a mechanical guy, but he had it all laid out.
I don't think he had.
Phillips had they did a video with him as well. There was a video interview of him talking about his invention, and he goes through to the engine and actually does it.
this is what I'm going to say.
Go ahead.
Because with my conspiracy
Conspiracy theory.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love wearing that
Allegedly.
tinfoil hat. I could definitely see this happening because the agenda, the overall agenda, right, is bigger than what anybody, could ever think of and imagine. And you have to think about it. Throughout our history, right, there have been some wonderful minds that could have created so many different advances in technology that we just never know and never gets, put out to the forefront.
Mhm.
Right. So I could see, some real powerful motherfucking people staging some shit that could, it could be
Because
a
they
win-win
don't
for
care.
everybody.
They
Could be a
don't
win-win for
care.
everybody. We could take guns. We can wipe this guy out who can literally just destroy the whole fossil fuel electric car game. This guy is really, really,
He's not the first one.
not the first
Not
one.
the first one who came up with it, and not the first one who has died after coming out with it.
I
So
already.
you're saying don't Google how to make an engine that runs on water.
What I'm saying is, don't tell people that you know how to do it.
I wouldn't put it. I
Right,
would
I'll
not
be
put
right
it
back.
past. I would not put it past the puppet masters, the slave masters, the elite, the global elites who,
Because what they want is for you to not have guns.
yeah, not even just guns. They just don't want you to be inspired. They don't want you to be a creator. They want to be the gods while we are just the little,
Peons?
slaved peasants,
Is that what?
scrounging, killing each other and fighting each other and being a bunch of bitch asses.
Bitch asses.
Bunch of bitch asses. We're not even done with the weekly conspiracy theory because there's another one.
Oh,
yes.
yes, Jose.
Get me riled.
Bring up the great replacement theory. And while you're pulling it up, let me tell everybody that our guest unfortunately had a terrible migraine this morning. She
Wait,
was
Are you bringing
A
that up in the
last-minute decision.
conspiracy?
no.
section?
Yeah, I'm going to bring it up in a conspiracy because I don't think she was ready for tonight.
No,
Oh,
definitely
I'm just
not.
joking.
Definitely not.
I told her what she needs is a man, and I'm going to tell her on the air.
Oh,
and she said,
shit.
"You better not say that."
Oh,
I-
man.
You said it.
Said it.
I was about to give her a compliment on her that picture you put up. You got the most hits
I-
of anybody.
I told her
Like them damn googly eyes she had.
Uh-huh.
I was like, oh shit,
she be doing too
Jeez.
much.
Oh,
She got some nice
jeez.
eyes right there. Oh shoot.
I'm a married man, Lavelle.
Oh, I'm not.
Let me tell you about the replacement theory. It's not a
The great replacement theory.
It's not a theory at all. I had a teacher, my cultures and some bullshit class I had to take at SUNY Brockport about 4 years ago.
Ooh.
And she was the most white guilt teacher you've ever met.
Weird.
Wendy Fritz, I'll call it out. I don't give a shit.
Ooh, another Fritz.
And she said she was all about this. She said it verbatim. This is happening. We are going to be a minority so soon. White people are just disappearing. And
Yeah.
it's like, okay. But what it is, it's all demographics. And that's what the Democrats say, right?
Yeah.
It's all because of voting patterns.
I will even go a step
It's
further.
not a theory. It's happening.
And I might get called out for being
Well, that's- that-
anti-Semitic, but whatever.
Not only that, you're gonna be called. It's about whiteness, which is this opinion. The one in the middle said, "Great replacement theory isn't about voting; it's about whiteness." And the one on the left says, "New data shows how great replacement overlaps with other racial fears." So you're just a fearful white man,
Yeah. No, this is
or your
honestly,
teacher was a fearful white woman and instilled her
Yeah, fuck
fear
that
in
bitch.
you.
You got look at into a lot of Israeli Zionist philosophers. They talk about this, and they do believe that throughout time that the overall race will be mixed, and the only pure dominant race would be the Israeli Zionist race. I've seen it before, and nobody likes to bring up that group who has a lot of power and influence as far as a lot of things
Oh,
that happen.
Remember, watch yourself. Watch what you say.
I don't give a fuck because they can openly talk about black people anytime they want to. So I'm going to talk about them as well. But there is a debate regarding that. And that's why you see, like, in the entertainment business, who is, well, a lot of these entertainers do get their money from the Zionist control people who finance entertainment, sports, etc.,
You're
etc.
falling down this conspiracy theory.
Oh yes, but I'm going to keep going because
hole. Go ahead.
I can back it up. Why do you think a lot of these entertainers have white women? as their counterparts. They're bashing LeBron James' son right now for
are.
that, you know, and I'm a firm believer that a lot of these entertainers are slaves anyway. You know, they're there to be controlled and manipulate the consciousness of people that's watching them.
Hell yeah.
They
So
get paid millions of dollars though.
right, but
Or
how
is that also control?
of course it's control.
Money is
now
always
I
control.
don't
Oh,
and
yeah.
let me say this because we are on air in a podcast. I don't care who you date or who you're with. Okay, my whole entire existence I owe to a white family for bringing my ancestors up here.
Can I
in this-
sidebar
in a
you
way.
really
Yeah.
quick?
Oh my God. Remind me of that one.
Oh, I got
I'm
it.
sick of seeing the interracial couples on the commercials. I love it seeing it in
But
real
why
life.
do you think it's there?
Let me
It
tell
backs
you.
up what we're
let me
talking
tell
about.
you, if you want to go that route, fine. I mean, nobody gives a shit, right?
Mhm.
But it's like 2% of the population.
Yeah.
Why is it every freaking Capital One commercial I see has it?
It's all
Every Target commercial, and again, I actually know a handful of interracial couples. Fine, great. It doesn't fade. I don't think about it at all until you shove it down my throat. And I've never seen a white couple on a commercial in the past 10 years.
why do you think they shove everything down our throat? It's
Right.
all mind control, bro. It's a
propaganda.
I'm just saying
propaganda,
it's less
which-
common than you think.
Well, I had a meeting today with the group who would like to change Columbus Day to Indigenous Peoples Day.
Fuck off.
So
well,
I made sure I prefaced everything with, look, I am Latino, I am Taino. Our family comes from the background of, Christopher Columbus found us and he did whatever he did, but I wouldn't be here without him coming to this, coming to America. I don't care about the freaking deals I get on mattresses on his day. That's literally all it is, honestly. Like, what else do you think of on Columbus Day? You get mattress deals and furniture deals.
And you
No
get
one cares.
no one
school
cares
off.
about Columbus
And what?
this day.
You get school off.
And you get school off. It's a federal holiday.
It's
yeah,
really, it's all about the individual and
But I'm not
who
done
the
yet.
fuck you are.
He's not done yet.
I'm not done yet on this
He's
one.
not done yet. How dare you interrupt?
How
this
dare,
man,
right?
man.
Right. So I asked them, is this about replacing a day of history? Because, and they, it was a couple of Italians on there who were talking about how their family never celebrated Columbus Day back in Italy. And I said, well, why would you? It's not an Italian holiday. It's an American holiday. And they're like, well, because it's celebrating Italian heritage. I'm like, why would it? It's him finding America. Well, I don't understand why Italians made it into an Italian thing when he wouldn't have gotten here without the help of a whole different country because he couldn't find the funding. Like, none of this makes sense to me. I'm like, so do you want to replace this Italian guy with an Italian American Day and then have your own Indigenous Peoples Day? Because I'm about that. Or are you saying that you want to go up against people in this country who celebrate a day as their holiday, as their heritage day? They see it as that, and you want to make them angry about it by combating them with the whole other side of the equation. Like, well, we don't want to do that. We just want to make it a Indigenous Peoples Day. Okay, cool. So how about we just change Columbus Day to Italian American Heritage Day, whatever you want to call it, Italian American Day, and then we have an Indigenous Peoples Day on a different date, because it doesn't matter if it's a different date, because it doesn't really matter. I was like, maybe in Thanksgiving time frame, whatever. They're like, well, no, we need to erase that heritage. I was like, you're literally just talking about what I was just talking about. Like, we want to erase all of our history. And I'm sitting here telling you, as a Taino, the person that came from the heritage, that's right, baby, the one that came from that heritage of what Christopher Columbus created, I'm telling you that I don't see Christopher Columbus the same way you see him. I get it, but I don't see it that way, because if he didn't came here, I would never be here. So how about we just give them the Italian American Day and we'd have a different Indigenous Peoples Day, because that's what I am as well.
Or yeah, I probably would have came over without his punk ass,
But they didn't. That's the thing. It's like the person that ran the mile under 4 minutes. They didn't until someone did.
Until somebody brought them over.
Right.
Well, who gives them the right to say they're the ones to make that decision now?
Well, there were a couple like straight up Native Americans, and they brought up the, they took over the lands. He made people enslaved and stuff like that. I was like, well, growing up in Irondequoit, I know the Iroquois history. We were barbaric. We were warriors.
Mm-hmm.
The Iroquois Indians were warriors. They would take over other tribes and enslave them.
Well, there's a theory though there's a theory that Columbus wasn't the first motherfucker over here anyway. The Africans were over here. People were traveling the seas way before this motherfucker.
None of that even matters.
Right. But
that's
still,
the thing.
The thing about it is he got financed. He got backed by some loan sharks that got kicked out of, Dutch as well. Mm-hmm. So they had no place to go anyway. So, he found the right people at the right place, right time, and found some Africans to help him out.
Well, that's why they're called Africans, not Afrikaans.
African.
Well, he didn't first. I don't think he first brought black people to.
No, he didn't.
Africans.
He didn't
Sorry, not even black people. It's Africans. This is a literal Africans.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, he didn't bring them. He just enslaved the current Native Americans.
Yeah, right. But he didn't know how to navigate. He didn't know how to navigate the waters. He didn't know how to navigate those waters, and also didn't even have the proper maps to get over here.
Are we mad about the Native Americans conquering other tribes?
I'm not mad about any of it because that's what history is.
It's like, history, right?
But I'm asking because they're mad. They're the left, right? It's mad about the European colonists. We're mad about the Native Americans.
Are they mad about the Romans taking over the freaking Jews?
They're fucking retarded because, what the fuck gives you the right in 2022 to think you about to go back and rewrite some fucking history?
No, it's written by the victor, my friend.
Yeah, so what are we doing?
Do you think the left is the victor right now?
No, fuck no.
No? They have the government. Are they not the victor?
No,
they'll never be the victor.
Oh, okay. Man. Well, let's get on to the next one then. Speaking of the left, bring up Biden. Joe Byron.
Meet Joe Byron.
So almost half of President Biden's Twitter followers are fake.
Oh, go figure.
The audit reveals as Elon Musk puts deal on.
Yeah, but I know plenty of real people that are fake too. So what's that say?
So
who would follow Biden anyway?
Oh, I want to hear what he has to say,
Lavelle. Let me tell you what happened. I opened my Twitter account once I found out Elon Musk was buying Twitter. I said, you know what? Now I'll have a Twitter account. Open it up, and it said, who do you want to follow? And I was like, you know what? I know that the left checks who people follows.
Yeah.
So I followed a bunch of people that I wanted to follow, and then I followed a bunch of people that I didn't want to fucking follow, but I added them to the list because I was like, you know what? They're going to look, and if they're going to say, oh, you follow freaking Shapiro from Daily whatever,
Daily Wire.
I'm like, yeah, but I also follow freaking Joe Byron.
You're such a right winger, you.
Right. How dare you listen to someone from both sides? So, I think Elon Musk is about to unleash the beast with Twitter and find out that half their shit's fake. They never were making money. They're worse off than they ever were before.
This was my theory with Elon Musk and Twitter was that he's just going to buy it to implode it. Is it not
imploding right now?
Or take everybody's data.
Or say, the data alone is worth it.
I mean, that's what he wants, I think, overall.
I think so too.
Data's that we're arguing about is nothing. He gets everybody.
I don't think he really cares about opening up to free speech. He is a billionaire.
Fuck that. He wants the data.
He's at least the arch enemy of Bill Gates.
He wants that big D.
Absolutely.
So
that big D.
That big D.
That
right.
data.
That data, boy. I don't knock him on his play. You know what I mean? Do what you got to do.
Well, when you're a billionaire, you just play around with stuff like that. Oh, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy Twitter.
Buy Twitter for that data, man.
And everyone freaking jumps on his dick like he's gonna do something. He ain't gonna do nothing. He ain't do nothing.
Why are you saying that? Because he's white?
Yes.
He's African.
White.
He's African.
He's African.
South African. Yeah, but
he's a literal African American.
Yes.
So is Dave Matthews.
Yes, he is.
The eye test, right? That's what we got.
Good Lord. Right. Speaking of the eye test, let's talk about Pelosi here. Tell me that she's not disgusting to the eye.
Oh gosh.
Look at that face.
Would you want to wake up to that?
No.
Skeletor.
I
right
can't
there,
imagine.
man.
I can't imagine what she looked.
Bring me to Castle Grayskull.
How is she still voted in? Like,
Yo,
when do you
man.
just say, you know what?
You can rig any
You've been
election.
you've been in long enough, and you sound like a drunk pirate. Pelosi banned from receiving communion in San Francisco Archdiocese over her position on abortion.
I guarantee you they're swingers.
Who, Pelosi?
Yeah, man. Listen.
Her cobwebs haven't been cleaned in 50 years.
Nah, but she gives good neck, I bet. That's what she's
Boy.
all about.
Boy.
No,
Look at it.
Look at that face, man.
No, she's a handy person all day. What are you
She's
talking
all
about?
hands?
She's all hands.
Nah, she gets her assistant to do it.
No, her assistant moves her hand.
That's right.
Well, we know she likes ice cream, so
That's a Dutch rudder.
Wait, what? Show me again.
That's where you grab somebody else's wrist. Two gay guys, they grab their wrist. They grab each other.
Why do you know that?
Don't ask. Do not ask. Do not
Please
tell.
put allegedly on that one.
Yeah.
That was an alleged one right there. That saves Dan.
But that was pretty great to see because obviously the abortion stuff is still rampant around social media.
Yeah, heathens like Austin out there promoting the opposite side.
But it's good to see that churches are standing up for their position.
But they still love little boys.
But they still
It's weird. It's weird, right?
Right? You're going to stand up for abortion, but
But more abortions means less little boys.
pedophilia should be accepted as something that's an issue. It's just a problem.
But we don't like them up to the age of like 5. They've got to develop a little. If they were born at age 5, the Catholic Church would be like, "Whoa, yeah."
Well, how do they ban Pelosi but don't ban Biden for all the fucking necks and shit he's
Oh
been
my God.
sniffing?
I could be your dad. Yeah.
Well, speaking of butt pedophilia,
Oh, gross.
bring up the Netflix article.
Jose's on a roll today.
Netflix scraps shows from left-wing creators amid tumbling stock price.
Well.
Nothing matters but the moolah.
Yeah, for sure.
That's it. In the article, it says, among the shows Netflix scrapped were Ibram X. Kendi's Anti-Racist Baby.
He's a fucking hack.
He is a nut job.
I have no idea who that is.
Oh, you never heard of
he
this
wrote
dude?
the,
Oh shit.
How to be anti-racist. He's a
Yeah.
shithead
It's a
through and through.
Book or
And
show or movie?
It's a book, but he's also
How to be anti-racist?
yeah.
Ain't he gay too?
Stupid.
I think he's gay.
Also, his name's not actually. He's got a very, and I say this very facetiously, but a very white name. Because he was a professor. I say that liberally.
Well,
It's just really ironic that
I'll tell you. Hold on.
a lot of these people that they're putting up here to represent whatever type of fucking issue that they want to or agenda, it's always got to be like a fucking colored gay dude or gay female.
I've been seeing a lot of gay black guys on TV lately.
Yo, and it's like, yo, it's
Nah, there's anything wrong with that.
gay is the
Don't
new
care.
black, bro. Like,
Don't
why?
care. Don't
Well,
care.
no, we already talked
Henry-
about it earlier. It's the same shit what we were talking about, bro.
Henry Rogers.
That's his real name. That's,
Yep.
Well,
Henry
Henry
Rogers
There's a
is
lot of black dudes with a name
Ibram X.
Henry.
Kendi.
It's that's a real
That's his
southern.
revolutionary name.
Yeah, he just he
Well-
had to get rid of his government.
The best statement made by Netflix is one that paragraph there that says the move comes a week after the company told employees to either get on board with Netflix's decision to offer ideological diverse content to its audience or leave the company.
Fuck yeah.
Get to stepping.
Then they found out that they
I'm subscribed.
unsubscribed. They had to lay off 2% of its workforce. Their stock plummeted.
2%.
Yep, Stranger Things is coming back, so I gotta renew my
That is your
subscription.
show. That is
I
your
love
show.
it,
You love
man.
that shit.
I'm ready.
Really?
Oh yeah, I'm ready, man.
Stranger Things
Do you
is
relocate while you watch it? You're like, oh damn.
Nah,
You're not one
man.
of those?
It's a really good. You know what? The
Is
show
it better than Ozark? Because I think after the second year, it was like, all right, I'm done
the
with this.
show has a lot
No, it's
you
not
know,
better than
subliminal
Right.
connections to like, you know, government control, CIA, different, you know, secret, you know,
You just like
Uh,
watching little kids on screen.
absolutely
Catholic
not.
weirdo.
Absolutely.
You can't watch a
not.
grown-up adult film.
To be fair,
I certainly can.
they're all like 22 now.
Yeah,
are grown as
isn't that
hell.
weird when they play like high school
Yeah, kids. Come on.
weirdos?
They're
Come on.
grown though
And
now.
isn't it more weird when a grown-ass black man watches it and says, "Oh, I love this show"?
Absolutely not. It's absolutely okay because I saw it from the beginning.
How clothed are you while you watch it?
Fully. Oh, he's fully clothed.
He's full on Finn Wolfhard. You know?
Fully clothed. But you know what? I'm watching I'm watching their transition, right? And
What?
Whoa!
I'm watching them transition from being a kid to an adult.
Oh, okay.
Illegal to legal, you weirdo.
Absolutely not. And one of them, I think one of them is gonna come out as homosexual pretty soon. And I'm wondering if that's like if he's really was he always that way?
Kid?
No, it's not a
Oh,
black
okay.
kid.
I was like,
No.
damn, that's gonna be.
It's actually
way
not
too
him.
much.
The
Is it
skinny
the kid
white-
with the teeth?
Yeah, it's the skinny white dude.
kid.
Yeah, it's like
Finn.
yeah.
Finn Wolfhard. Yep.
So it's like, are they waiting
Stop watching after the
to
second
be
year.
like the last season?
watched
He's
the
gonna
first
be the one that's gay, and you know,
And the first one dead in the next season.
nah, he died already. Like
Oh, damn,
he
see,
came back
that's-
to life, kind of.
Good lord. Okay.
Yeah. But
Cool.
they already have one character that came out this last previous season, so I could see that happening as you know they fuck up the show with that shit next.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
could see that.
It's a good show though. You should watch
Is
it.
it?
It is.
First
Well-
season was good.
Yeah, the first season was the only thing. Ozark is still the shit though.
Oh, Ozark is the shit.
Much better.
Ozark is the
It's
shit.
better. It is way better than Selling Sunset.
Who? I didn't even see that.
It's a real estate.
Let me interrupt you. Welcome to a Pop Culture Partisan special event.
Hey, oh. You guys think of the
Hey,
Halo
right?
show, am I right?
Yeah, the Halo show. Woo, really turning heads with all its wokeness.
I
My
gotta
pants
play
are
that
riding
game
up
first.
way too high right now.
Mm.
Oh, gee. I don't know. I don't know why I even looked. I don't know. I looked. I literally looked. That was weird.
Oh man.
Yeah, super. All right, it is. We're actually going to end the show on a proper time frame tonight, but we're going to talk about the.
Whoa.
We're going to talk about the. We're going to talk about the dummies out there that took this loan forbearance.
Oh shit.
So I knew this was going to happen. Anyone with half a brain knew when a mortgage company said, "Hey, you could take on this loan forbearance, and that means you won't have to pay mortgages for your mortgage payment for 6 months, a year during COVID."
Fuck yeah.
Thought they didn't have to come. Oh yeah.
Right. I was like, they're not going to happen. You know what? I don't care what happens. I'm going to keep paying. I'm going to keep making my payments. You know, there's a lot of people that did the same thing with their rents. They didn't make their rent payments because they thought, oh, I don't have to make rent payments. Okay. I'm not going to have any shit happen to me. I'm good. Well, guess what? Mortgage companies tell homeowners to cough up large sums after loan forbearance. I mean,
Yeah.
I get it if the bank told you and provided you documentation stating that your payments would be added to the end of the loan, but being a loan officer, previous loan officer, mortgage loan officer, I know the type of paperwork that creates. You got to create a whole new closing set of documentation. You've been through closing before.
Mhm.
Sucks.
Right. It is that thick.
Mhm.
And you have to do it in front of an attorney.
It's a lot of signing.
Chat.
You know that when you close on your home, you knew you had to like go through a shit ton of paperwork. So this is kind of to me very similar to what happened before in 2008 when people took on mortgages that they kind of knew they couldn't handle once the increase in rate jumped up. Why did you take a loan forbearance if you knew you could make the payments? Like, I get it. If you played the game and you say, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and take this money that I would put in my mortgage, because this is what I thought to myself. I could take my mortgage payment, put it into the market, make 10, 15%.
No, you're thinking way too much about it. Most people thought I can keep my money. Great.
Consequences
it.
are for future me.
That's
I
what
don't have to
happens.
worry about that.
Yeah. Thanks,
Right.
future Homer.
There is no such thing as a free lunch ever.
Anybody
Ever.
out there that's having issue paying their mortgage, please contact
Last chance equity. For real.
Yeah, it's got that buzzword.
My
in it.
number is 585-201-8503.
What a
Last
shameful-
chance equity.
Shameful.
When I thought of that name, it still really doesn't make any sense to me, but I just figured I'd just put it all together.
The names don't matter. McDonald's, what does that mean?
Right. But now
It was just
equity
name.
is such a great buzzword. It's like, yo, listen, y'all. If you're stuck in your mortgage and you can't make your mortgage payments and you need a solution to that problem, please call me.
Yeah, unless you live on Seneca Ave.
Unless you live on Seneca Ave, you fucking fuckers.
Shit.
Oh, but I do got a house to look at potentially on Friday.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh, there was one more. I'm sorry.
2 of them.
Speaking of banking and money,
Not you, Jose.
there's a Wells Fargo thing that I think that you guys would actually love. Let's end it on this one. Wells Fargo staged sham job interviews for Black female candidates. What did you think was going to happen when you required companies to either hire or when you required this much female, this much people of color, this much, this, that, and the other? Like,
Were they only shams because they didn't get the job?
they're shams because they already had the job or the person in the. They already picked the person.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, they picked the person already.
Yeah,
and they
but
said
like-
we're still going to make the interviews.
It's the Rooney Rule. That's what they do in NFL, right? That's
What's
why they revamped the
That's what
Rooney
they
Rule.
say.
The Rooney Rule is they have to interview an African American candidate before they pick. Their
Okay,
head
so
coach.
that's
yep.
the rule.
That's the rule.
Yeah.
Great.
Right.
Okay,
That's what they did.
fine. I'll fucking play by these stupid rules.
Right.
Mhm.
Tell me this doesn't make it worse. All these
does.
rules and regulations about equity.
Are you
Diversity.
saying arbitrary tokenism? Like, that's not the best like business practice.
Well, his name wasn't actually Token; it was Tolkien.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
I wouldn't want a job given to me because you have to fill a number. Like, hey, we need a black guy. Hey, you come here.
Soft bigotry of low expectations.
Yeah, man.
Well, we had the budget hearings past 2 days, and the Rochester Fire Department was in front of us, and it was brought up that their diversity and equity and inclusion hirings have not been up to snuff. And I came on next and I told the fire department chief, I said, I understand that this is important, but when my house is on fire, I don't care about the skin color of the person.
Maybe
I want the fastest and the strongest person showing up to put that fire out the quickest.
maybe Lavelle Lewis just hire on meritocracy.
Just hire the best people for the job.
Right.
No, you can't do that, Jose. You can't. You need some subpar people to come. You don't want to hire the best.
How does this work? I don't
What?
know.
You want me to connect this to what? That's what you want. You want equality.
My skin color is right though, right?
Right.
Fucking
The
asshole.
best is when you see the black female waving a flag.
The construction
construction
workers.
worker.
Yo, come on, man.
I saw
I say it all the
With
time.
their
Yo,
cell
why
phone in the other hand.
Why the
like,
brothers gotta be the cone all the time, man?
every
I saw
time.
it today.
Yo, we're literally just an invention away from that job being wiped out. Like they're gonna say too many flag bearers or
They already did. It's called the traffic lights.
oh no, but people. Yo, I'm sorry. People are so fucking stupid. If there's when there's ever an outage, right? And you come to an intersection and there's no light, what do?
You wait until the car to the right of you goes.
No,
Dan.
wait to the car on the left of you.
No.
Yes.
You treat it as a stop sign.
Well,
Yeah, you wait until it's freaking left.
it's
car
a
on the left
stop
goes.
sign,
Yes.
right? It's stop
If the
sign.
traffic light is out, treat it as a four-way stop.
Right.
Right.
Motherfuckers is just blowing through that shit like it's, oh shit, I don't gotta
Hold on.
abide by the light.
Has the this is gonna get me in trouble.
Do it.
Has the black female overtaken the Asian population for worst driver?
They've always been neck and neck.
No, because
Every time I see terrible
No.
drivers, but again, it's just what's in
well, it
front of me.
depends on how if she's holding the steering wheel like this and she's making a one arm.
No, you know what it
turn,
is? Let me show you what I see in my mirror when it's like kind of swerving all over the place. It's like this.
No.
I see a lot more white bitches in Tahoes.
there's
Wait, why are you yelling on speakerphone?
listen, I've
because
seen
their voices are so low.
as much as I drive, it's just old people.
I haven't seen any old. And
No.
honestly, I'd rather see old people than what I've been dealing
folks are
with.
the
Old
worst
people are the
drivers, man.
worst.
The old people are the worst drivers, man.
I
especially like the old white lady. I'm telling you, I see it all the time because they don't give a fuck about you on the road. They don't give two fucks about where you are,
Probably because you're
what
black.
you want to do. No,
It's you.
man, they don't
It's
matter.
you.
It
They
don't
don't care where
matter.
you are.
They don't matter who you are, your color. It's their
Well,
road.
they can't see you anyway.
That's what I say. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck, man.
Did you ever get
But-
your car back or what?
Nah, son.
So the RPD found it.
No, they
Did
actually no. Let me tell you. Oh, shit.
Damn it! See, every single time where I think we're gonna end the podcast
It's
at appropriate time,
my bank,
Always goes
the
longer.
bank
Go ahead.
customer service reps were dumb fucks because they didn't
Naturally.
read the notes properly.
was it Wells Fargo?
Fuck you, Wells Fargo.
Yeah.
You took the words
It
out of my-
was Wells Fargo. It was absolutely Wells
Yeah.
Fargo. So what these motherfuckers did, they read the notes wrong. RPD did contact these stupid fucks, but they contacted the stupid fucks to let them know that my car was stolen. It notified my lien holder about the fucking car being stolen.
Does your payment stop when your car is stolen?
Absolutely not.
I didn't think so.
They do not.
I didn't think so.
So
Because your insurance is still going, which means you still get the replacement vehicle, which means you still have to pay them.
yes.
Yeah.
So now, thankfully, it just got totaled out. So they're
Oh,
gonna
wow.
cut a check for the full value of the car. Thank God. 'cause,
Oh, you're gonna buy the camper so you can outfit it?
Nope, because
We're
it's
gonna outfit the camper with the cameras and lighting?
nope. They're just
Chinook.
paying me exactly what I owe because I only had the car for 4 months.
Fuck.
So yeah,
Should have put
that's
a tile on that thing.
that's the end of the
Yeah, like a GPS.
the
line.
Volkswagen Jetta,
Oh, gotcha.
and I am
Most of my
carless. My car in my situation is now a statistic for
We gotta get you a motorcycle
No.
son.
and a leather jacket.
No, I would literally, with my luck,
Yeah, fuck, you'd be dead.
I'd be dead. Exactly. My luck, no. So, yep, that's the end of the Volkswagen.
Oh, well, I mean, it was fun while you had it, I guess, right?
Yeah. But I heard so much bad shit about the car too. There's like, well, they did you a favor because the car's a piece of shit. They're like, yo, you're gonna have a engine problem, oil leak somewhere.
That's
I was
why you
like,
gotta get a
fuck.
Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Another one?
Oh, shit. Why I thought you had an Audi?
I had a Volkswagen Jetta. It looked like it's the same fucking sister.
He's
car.
not a white Saturday bar goer.
right.
He doesn't have an Audi.
Yes, he is.
I don't. No,
That's
I'm
true,
not
that's
actually.
true. With that tight black shirt on.
Tight black shirt.
Nope. I'm just a homebody.
Home.
That's available, ladies. Listen, if you want to holla at your boy, you
Hit me
already
up
know.
at 555-5555.
Well, if you like to deal with women with bad migraines, I got someone for you.
I can massage him right out.
Gay.
Super gay.
That's really gay.
You massage their head when they've got other things.
Listen, I know
Belly
pressure
buttons?
points.
Yeah, what-
I
what other
know
things
a
do-
lot about pressure points.
Kneecaps.
You may not.
good.
You don't have to focus on that head.
You talking about the dick?
If you didn't notice, this was behind me the whole time.
I
The whole
noticed.
time, as you were in your so eloquently
How long did it take you to notice?
I saw it.
Okay.
so eloquently stated monologue you had.
Molinog.
Monologue. It was so
Monologue.
spiritual, and then as I'm looking at you, I just look at dick the whole time. I'm like,
Well, that's a normal Wednesday for you.
Always looking at
He knows the pressure points, boys.
Where is it?
There you go. Someone told this is gonna. You know what? I'm not gonna say it because it's too fucking weird.
Say it.
Go, oh,
you
you gotta say
can't
it now.
start and then say, I'm not gonna say that.
All right. So you know how.
Look, I'll put you on 2 cameras so you can say it.
All right. So gay guys love Jose Pio, right? So you find out weird shit like a man has never had a full climax until he's had his prostate played with.
No, thank you. I'm okay.
Huh.
I'm gonna
I've
be
heard
without. I heard it too. I'm okay. I heard a straight dude tell me he's like,
Wait, that's the end of the story?
I figured he was gonna say.
I was gonna say something. Yeah, climb, jump in there.
Tell me, Lavelle.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tell me
Lavelle.
about your climax.
It's not mine.
the full-on one.
Sure, tell me
Not
about
mine.
your. Hold on. Oh, tell me about your friends.
Allegedly.
Friends.
Ain't mine. So my boy, right? My boy's with this swinger couple. And maybe it was
Okay.
his way of like, showing his masculinity and like, yo, yeah, I had I was with a swinger couple and
Yeah.
the wife was, what in me. And then when she did
What
it at
was-
first, I was like, wait,
What was
still
what was the what in me?
finger banging him?
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
He was like, don't knock it till you try it. And I was like, hell motherfucking no, dude. What is wrong with you?
No, my diet is too varied.
Your
that's
diet?
Yeah, and connect the dots. You can.
I don't think we need to go any further than that.
I couldn't do it, man.
Boy, this episode got weird.
It definitely went left. It definitely went left.
Did he pull it up? I already figured I was gonna come up.
Yo, so when are we supposed to get the prostate exam? What age do they say?
50. You're like aching for it.
Ooh, no,
Look at
I'm
you.
not.
I see it
I'm
in your
not.
eyes.
Hell no, because I
Oh,
thought
it's not comfortable.
My dad just got.
I've
his
had a
taken out.
prostate exam.
You
It's not
did?
great.
Wait, why?
was it like
Why?
was he
Oh,
he
I
had
was
to
peeing
or
blood.
he
Had
Oh,
to.
damn.
all right.
Had to.
Good
I could,
excuse.
I could tell that story if you want.
No.
Yeah.
I was like, because you're like
I-
half the age of 50.
Yeah, no, but it turns out your pee isn't supposed to look like Hawaiian Punch. So I went to the doctor.
Listen,
And
listen.
he told me he had to stick a finger in my butt.
What was the immediate reaction of the doctor? Said, "Let's go."
So yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, do they have to do the little slap thing with the glove? Because they really do it dramatically.
Which finger
And-
is it?
It's the index finger.
It's the index
And,
finger.
he pulls out the numbing gel, which by the way is a lie.
Lidocaine is a
And-
lie.
The doctor, they always say
Hold on. Was
know-
it spit?
no, it's the he pulls out the gel, it comes in a tube, he goes,
That feels like two fingers.
puts his finger all up in it.
You're missing. You can't even see the whole mannerisms on the camera here.
I don't know who's tickling doctors, but they're doing it wrong
There you
because whenever a doctor says like, "Oh, this will tickle a bit," it just fucking hurts.
Do you feel as if you were raped?
No, but going in, I was like, like how bad could this be? Like I've taken poops bigger than this guy's finger.
Oh,
That's the wrong.
That's a good idea, but I feel as though that's not appropriate.
No. Once it's in there, it's like, oh my god, and then he's trying to make small talk during it. Like, oh, how about that weather, huh? Meanwhile, like, is all up in there. I don't know what he's
Daffy
searching
Duck?
for.
You got a Daffy Duck booty hole,
Yeah, exactly. That numbing gel,
or were you queefing on him?
Oh my god,
he was up in there. I don't know what he was looking for, like buried treasure or I don't know, booty. I guess it would be in this
Lord.
He,
case.
he did find that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But turns out nothing was wrong with my prostate, by the way.
Listen,
Good for
y'all,
you.
you just got to go find a hot tub and a trusted friend.
Are we going fishing?
Yeah, man.
Not after that.
Whenever y'all ready,
Someone's
man.
gonna get a freaking hook, line, and sinker or
these
somewhere.
motherfuckers is out there catching some good fish, man.
I'm ready to go watch the Lavelle fish. Hell yeah.
Are we fishing on the third? I don't know who. Does anyone know who I hooked up with for fishing on the third? Because somebody,
I have no idea who you hooked up with fishing for the third, because I sure as hell didn't.
I got it for 6 a.m.
6 in the morning. I damn sure ain't fishing at 6
Who
in the
the
morning.
hell? I have
Fuck
no
that.
idea who did
I mean,
that for then.
I'll drink at 6 in the morning.
Listen. I'm definitely not fishing at no 6 in the morning.
All right, I'm gonna
Fuck
figure it
that.
out. It might have been for my BNI crew. I don't know, but either way, we got to
Wait,
do
who
it.
do you say we're a frat party?
All three of
with
y'all
the empty
need
bottle of
Jesus.
cheap vodka.
Hell yeah.
Well,
That's my assistant.
well, I don't know.
Wait, what did they say? We knew
Vodka.
you'd go there.
Vodka, we're not white
Go-
women.
I knew you'd go.
Jesus.
Yo, nah, we just haven't, we just
Only
being
guess we
honest.
need is Patricia anyways. We don't care.
Hey, all day.
Patricia, do you get freaking migraines? Because
That way she'll come on the next show.
Yeah.
We'll make sure. We need some. We need a lot
Aaron-
more people up here.
Aaron didn't message me at all during the podcast, so I'm going to guess that we didn't make her upset too much.
Oh, we didn't. Good.
And by we, I
That's
mean
good.
I.
That's-
Did we miss any comments there?
sometimes,
I feel
sometimes.
bad.
I
she
don't
said.
think so. I think
Okay.
we saw most of them.
Is that most of them?
Oh, gotta. There was a gotta in there. Gotta give props to Beto for at least wanting change. Thoughts and prayers
What?
do nothing. For 80% of Americans want universal background checks.
Wait.
only
Yeah,
60% want
that's a
adult
good one
bans.
that we missed right there. Who said that? Badlands Meanie.
All right, you're a new
So
person,
we-
I think.
That's
Yeah, I
good
haven't
that
seen
we
them before.
have a opinion that's alternative to what we all think,
Don't call me.
but aligns with 99% of the people that we talk about all the time. And unfortunately, Beto is a piece of shit. He's an opportunist.
Well, isn't every
Who-
politician?
Yeah, but at the same time, he's also a loser that lost within that state. And having all these
He was also a
extra measures-
Democrat that ran for
Right.
president.
Yeah, all these extra measures that we talk about all the time would not stop somebody crazy from going crazy.
So would you agree with switching the age from 18 to 21?
What difference will it make?
I'm just asking.
There's a 15-year-olds that's getting illegal guns.
Right. So do you
It doesn't matter.
Right.
Fucking go to 27. Go to
Okay.
28. Fuck it.
and do you think that people are buying illegal guns at these what do you call what are those, like gun shows? Because I've been to gun shows and they did a full-on background check.
Listen, all of that shit is the same bullshit fear that the left always throw out there. They literally think that this is such an easy issue if we just make it harder for people to get weapons.
Like drugs.
Yes, exactly. Because drugs are illegal and drugs come into this country by the boatloads
Illegally.
and they're getting it illegally. Crackheads is still getting crack. Coke addicts is still getting cocaine. And so is Big Pharma. So
Brought to you by Biotech.
So do you think we should just arm everybody?
I think so.
I said that to city council and they did not like that.
There's a school, I think, in Arizona that actually teach their students,
Why not?
Hell yeah.
Why not?
and every teacher is packing heat. as
Hell
well.
yeah. That's how you gotta do it.
And the
Yeah.
principal is a black lady.
I can't imagine how these criminals don't read the sign that says, it's a gun-free zone.
Do they give in that school, do they give like the bigger guns to the higher ups in like in the school administration? So like the principal's got an AK, but like the janitor's got a little like PB9 or something.
That would, I mean, listen, the
Like,
last
it just
stop
goes
You gotta
up.
rise up in
principal.
the ranks.
Freaking Gatling gun right at the front of the school.
M249, some claymores.
It's
I'm not
such
for
it's such a primitive argument for them.
But it's
And-
their go-to. And you know what?
yeah.
I think Hoko actually announced today that she's raising the minimum wage to 21.
And what is it gonna
Yeah.
do?
I don't know.
In
Wow.
Brazil, there's more young kids with guns illegally in Brazil than any other age group in that country, which is much smaller than America. And they have way more deaths than we do, with a lot more stringent gun laws.
But Canada doesn't.
Oh, fuck Canada.
Yeah.
But my whole thing was Canada and Australia also literally locked up their citizens during COVID. Like they took their entire freedoms away.
Oh,
Yeah.
And that would never have happened in America because of our Second Amendment rights.
God bless it.
Yeah, but have you ever gone to Toronto too during the summertime? And
I don't go to
there's been
Canada.
fucking shootouts
Fuck no.
like by a
Cold
bunch of the-
Mexico? No.
bunch of them crazy ass Jamaicans up there in
Cold and
Toronto.
white Mexico.
They don't
Worst food.
They don't have they don't
Poutine? Eh.
I don't even think they have any
I almost made it.
experience to talk about like gun control. Like these
Nah,
are a bunch
they
of
don't.
people that live in their fucking little corner of their house afraid to go outside and go across the street for some shit before they think they're gonna get shot or something. Like nobody cares about you.
You ever
Nobody
seen
gives a
Super
fuck.
Troopers 2?
Yeah.
That was
The
pretty
Reckoning.
funny.
I never seen that.
Have you seen Super Troopers 1?
Never.
Oh, you're an idiot.
I,
That is my top. That's tied for my top favorite movie.
well, I gotta
Yeah.
catch up, man.
Super Troopers.
Yeah.
The other movie is Night at the Roxbury.
I can't get that. I saw that and
There's
It's
your
just-
ending for today's episode because neither one of my number one favorite movies had John Leguizamo in it, but we're still looking forward to having him on the show.
He's a twink.
And I haven't heard
Come
anything from
at me.
Kanye in a while, so I
oh, he's making McDonald's boxes. He's redesigning the Big Mac box.
man,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
dope is that? I'm
How
sorry, you can't
dumb
say
is
shit.
that?
Shut the fuck up.
Fuck
When
that,
was the last
man.
time anyone had the creative
He
authority
just-
to tell McDonald's how to develop their box?
Kanye
That's
goes from
stupid
one,
amazing.
See, no, he goes.
No,
from
I ain't
one
hearing this.
end
I ain't hearing this.
to-
Austin, go play the funky music. I ain't gonna hear none of this.
I'm
You're
about
gonna
to
despair.
inspire.
Wait.
Ah!